I think what's been really exciting as we talk about the transition of this out of my career but into the role is that, as you said, the causes that have been very important to me I can focus even more energy on, because very early out of the gate I think you realize once you have access or a voice that people are willing to listen to, with that comes a lot of responsibility, which I take seriously. And it was really one of the first things we connected on. It was one of the first things we started talking about when we met, was just the different things that we wanted to do in the world and how passionate we were about seeing change. I think that was, that's what got date 2 in the books, probably.
Plenty to talk about.
My name is Harry, I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
Today is October 4th, 2023. It is 12:57 a.m. Okay, 3,333 subscribers, new subscribers, welcome. Estimate revenue $333.47. All 33s. All right, let's check this analytic. Okay, so this matches. Okay, this went up because I put some short videos out yesterday, late in the afternoon. All right, so let's see what we're gonna talk about. I put 18, but I think it's 17 because there's one video I can't really figure out which one of them. I think I put twice, so I'm just gonna leave it. When I get to it, I'll just know I put it twice. What is that? We're going over some random topics that I saw yesterday. A couple of them are videos. There's Jim O'Brien here, UK Tabloid, The Guardian, couple things regarding Dan Wooten. I think food banks, I put a video out because from one of the short regarding food bank, someone I believe was on a bus who saw a line going onto food banks or something like that. So I put it, at first I put it in screenshot on my community, but when I realized it's really hard to see, to understand it, because I keep on taking little screenshots, so I just put the video, a quick video together out. Okay, so there's US politics. By now some of you should know that there was a vote last night regarding the House Speaker. He's ousted. What's his name? Oh, what did I do here? I put the thing twice. They put a vote and he's ousted. There's no speaker right now. Okay, there's soldiers. I don't remember what this is about, but let's get started. If it has to do with soldiers, most likely it will be for Invictus thing. Okay, so we go on Twitter. I think this is the first one already. Okay, so there it is here. Please archive this article, need for receipt when the open secret separation of egg and bone is announced. Okay, so there's this here. Eden Confidential. Dame Mary Beard says reporting tittle-tattle about the state of Harry and Meghan's marriage is important because it will serve as a historical record. I think I responded to that. Yep, there I am here. All I said is that all you have to do is switch the names. Okay, you already know no leaky faucet from the Sussexes. Yeah, nobody from Harry and Meghan's circle, usually they don't say anything. Oh, I responded twice. Okay, let's see. I can't wait to read their version of the Sussexes love story because we're all seeing the exact same thing. The only version that will be different are what their close friends will tell. Other than that, everyone's version will be a spin doctor. Okay, so let's go back. up here. I'm genuinely not understanding why they need gossip on someone else's marriage. Why not wait till they share it if there's anything to share instead of constantly spreading gossip? Royalists are cruel to the bone. I mean, we already know they don't know anything. Like I said, all that we have to do is switch their name. So why then they report on Prince William's affair during marriage with the neighbor lady, and before that, his years of using Kate Middleton as a mattress while carousing all over Norfolk, his to-be king, aren't those things significant as a matter of historical record? Let's see, there's one comment. True, William used Kate like a motel mattress for years before he publicly dated her. Kate was on hold while he spent years chasing other women with socially elite backgrounds, but they weren't interested in him or life in the monarchy. Now we know Kate's family wasn't as wealthy. My goodness, my goodness. What was it? There was an American woman who was in his school. I think her name was Megan as well. When I believe he asked her out and she turned him down. My goodness. How can they report on something they don't know? That's exactly it. This is like Spin Doctor. Okay, whatever is here, that's it. From bottom up. All lies about Harry and Meghan. They are the happiest couple, and William and Kate are miserable with each other, period. Okay, plenty of rumors about Will and Kate's marriage, but there seems to be a blackout by the media on that. Surely that's important for historical records too. Accuracy is also important in historical matters. So far, the discussion about Harry and Meghan's marriage has been incorrect and discredited speculation. Seems like Dame is trying to get an upgrade and title by doing the royal family's dirty work. I don't think in terms of title, I don't know. Okay, how anyone can believe the lies perpetrated on that sick island is beyond me. Least of all from Richard, aka Maureen. I mean, the man was literally busted on Twitter trolling under his other monikers. Okay, this is a reason why I have little regard for so-called British intellectuals. She wants history to include made-up stories that have no basis in truth or fact. So history should be poisoned by propaganda so no truth can be found in the record. Thank God for Twitter. That person bring a very good point, because I've been saying this for a very long time. When they were saying all their lies about Meghan, okay, you know, all the nonsense, that was for historical purpose. See her as a different what is actually happening. And this is why Harry and Meghan had to come out and put their truth out, because the UK tabloid were putting the wrong information out. And I even said that when our great-grandkids are searching for Harry and Meghan, the nonsense that they were going to find in books and magazines and all of that is the nonsense that they have. Now that they're spare, and then the docu-series and a couple other things, they have a different perspective from the people, Harry and Meghan, who were experiencing the exact thing that were being written about them. The tabloid put. Alright, so they admit that the Windsor family story is based on gossip with no basis in fact. So that's that. Alright, so let's go to the next one. Next tweet. Okay. Eden Confidential. Oh, so that's the archive. Someone have archived that article. That's what it was. I bookmarked that one. And the link of it will be in the description. Okay, I'm not even gonna bother reading it. Alright, so there it is. It's nonsense. Let me not waste time on it. If you want to read it, the link will be in the description. I also have it on my community board for you guys. Alright, so I'm only sharing the archive link. That's all. Alright, so nonsense. My goodness, these people have time to write nonsense. Next one. Okay, so I didn't listen to this, but I saw it. Usually I'm in agreement with O'Brien, so I wanted to hear what he's talking about. So there's some hashtag here, Black History Month, Meghan Markle, Black History Month. Okay, so let's listen. 2 minutes and 13 seconds.
I've egged it so much that you might fear I've over-egged it, but I don't think I have. I think this is quite brilliant, and it was written in response to our clip, actually, about the weird dislike of Prince Harry and his wife and where it comes from. And a lot of people are unhappy with the observation that her ethnicity is one of the most obvious reasons to distinguish between her and other female members of the royal family. But so the Twitter account is called Royal Suitor, and as with so much online, I don't know what's real and what's not. But the byline on this is RS Lock.
That sounds something that I heard before. That was the article that she wrote in comparison, Megan, with the rest in terms of social class and all of that. I think I shared this before, but let me finish listening to it since I have it here. But I'm not going to probably comment on it over.
Pay attention. This is really important. It's only a 3-minute read, and I'll share it with you now because I felt pennies dropping as never before when I read this. So we'll start at the top again. I might do my Jackanory voice for this. All right, I won't. Imagine a society founded on a class structure with the brackets white, close brackets, and the brackets are important, British royal family at the top as determined by birth and by blood, right? Don't have to imagine it, that's what we've got. It's not a matter of opinion, that's a matter of historical fact. A biracial woman enters the top of the pyramid by marriage, negating both the birth and blood requirements society had previously been told were preconditions. Because she lacks those prerequisites, she's considered unworthy. Because she's proud of her own heritage and regards herself as equal to others at the top of the pyramid, she's considered ungrateful. The town criers called out from the lower tiers of the pyramid, "I've never met her, but I look at her and I don't think I'd like you in real life," said one. "We Brits prefer true royalty to fashion royalty," proclaimed another. These are direct quotes from prominent columnists.
Yeah. So, yeah, I remember sharing this. This is like the 3rd time I think I've shared this, but he didn't truly read the entire thing. What is it? I compare Royal Suitor's, the article that James O'Brien is reading, compare it with my video called The Firm on PYTE. All right, so let's go to the next tweet. Okay, so there's another video. I have no clue what it's all about. I only read the caption. It caught my attention, so I decided to share it with you. Let's see here. Why do Indians... Yeah, I read the this only. Why do Indians always act as the shield for racists all over the world? In America, to the UK, to the Caribbean, to Africa, Indians feel a tremendous need to pop up white racism. I have a message for you. No matter how hard you try, you'll never be white. What's that former governor who was in Trump thing? What's her name? Let me look for her. Yeah, I found it. It's Nikki Haley. I think she's Indian background. Let me see here. Other wants to know. Okay, early life and education. Haley was born Nimarata Nikki Rendawa on January 20th, 1972 at Bembry County Hospital in Berry, South Carolina to immigrant Indian. That's it. Indian Sikh parent. Okay, so there's nothing wrong with it. All right, so yeah, you could see the direction she sort of take when it comes to the same thing that this person is saying here. In America, to the UK, to the Caribbean, to Africa, Indians feel a tremendous need to pop up white racism. I have a message for you. No matter how hard you try, you'll never be right. Okay, so there's some truth to it, but we cannot generalize all of them. So I'm pretty sure there are some who don't think that way, who see the truth for what it is. But in a way, I could understand what this person is saying as well. Okay, it's 2 minutes and 1 second. So let's listen to this.
As well, we've got to distinguish between intended racism and accidental racism.
What?
Otherwise, we don't give people the chance to redeem it.
What's the accident? I don't understand. Accidental racism? What's an accidental racism? Okay, explain to me what's an accidental racism. You either are or you don't.
Themselves. If everything is racist, whether you intended it or not, then there's no forgiveness. There's no redemption and there's no apology.
The concept of forgiveness.
There's no apology. Why apologize if you're guilty anyway?
Yeah.
then that's it. You can't change it. You know, and you know, it's.
Do you not accept that? I mean, you're sitting back, and I get you're upset.
I'm ready to speak. I haven't had a chance to come in. In response to your question, Carol, you know, my issue is that everybody makes the person who does the racist thing the victim. So you're asking, is it right that he was sacked? Greg's saying he's a nice guy, he's going to lose his job. You know, how is he the victim in this scenario? This is a pregnant woman who had to arrange new levels of protection because of the amount of racist abuse she was receiving, which escalated when she announced she was pregnant. She's always had race.
Obviously, we know they're talking about Megan. All right? So I understand her. Yeah, the UK is really good at that. To turn the person who create the nonsense as the victim. Meanwhile, the perpetrator, okay, is sitting back as if he didn't do anything wrong. So I understand her very well.
Racist abuse. But when she announced her pregnancy, it multiplied because there is so much toxic racism in our society.
That's not Danny Baker's fault.
That's not Danny Baker's fault, but what is Danny Baker's fault is that he did something which was so offensive that when I first saw it, I actually thought it was a prank. I just thought nobody who the BBC gives a platform could be stupid enough to say this and not intend it to be racist, because it is one of, and we could talk about unintended racism or microaggressions, this is none of those. This is the most blatant, clear-cut example of racism. It's that generations of people have recognised this as an overtly racist trope. Within people's lifetimes, black people were still being compared to monkeys and dehumanised regularly.
So the sacking is right.
So I'm not interested in him. I'm not interested in him or what happens to him. By the way, he's already done a show which was more successful than his previous shows since he's been sacked. So if you're worried about his career, then I suspect...
No one's worried about his career per
I'm
se.
not interested in him.
Talking.
I'm worried about the millions of black people who regularly live with this kind of abuse and then have to be in spaces like this where everybody denies it's a problem. That is something that I could not feel more strongly about, and I'm living it right now in this conversation. It's not good enough.
I like her. I like the way she continued with her thought, because the woman was trying to interrupt her thought process. So she did pretty well. All right, but okay, so let's read some of the comment. Okay, I'm Indian. Okay, so she's responding to the caption here. Okay, I'm Indian. I live in the US with an walking distance to a small town known for having KKK and people driving around with Confederate flags on their vehicle. Kids in high school have Confederate flags on their vehicle. Imagine my 3 kids at this school. I'm not a coconut. Let's see here. Okay, I'm Indian too. The vast majority of Indians in the US are overtly or covertly white wannabes. Okay, so there's one person who's telling the issue. This is why I say I sort of understand him, the caption in a way, and at the same time we cannot generalize all Indians, because some of them are true to themselves. They remember history. Okay, but it's those who prefer not to see the truth for what it is who tend to forget, you know, what happened and pretend something else. So we cannot generalize everything. So I'm glad different Indians are talking here. If they are, I don't know. I don't know if they actually are. I'm just saying the words here on Twitter. Okay, I'm Indian too. The vast majority of Indians in the US are overtly or covertly white wannabes. Okay, here's my 2 cents. I've been in the US for 80% of my life at this point, so I'm truly an Indian American. I'm proud of who I am. I like to think my kids are too. Definitely. You must not ever forget your background, your history, your what do you call this? Your culture and all of that. So you know, you should never forget that. Be proud of it, definitely. Okay, but there's a different aspect. There's a different aspect when the truth is right there, but they tend to try to pretend it's not what you see. Let's say there's a racism I don't know, any kind of racism that will reflect on somebody else. They pretend it's not there. Okay, so this, I agree with this person. Okay, even if you left your country, whatever, how long ago you left, you cannot ever forget where you come from. Never forget that. You should always embrace it. Nobody's telling you to leave your culture behind, because if you're not the one who elevated, who let people know about your culture, who's gonna know? Who's gonna know it? They'll be more than happy to bash it for you. So you have to, you know, support your background, your culture, and everything else that come with it. But there's a different aspect here when it comes to racism, though. Okay, so let's read these and then move on. Yeah, I'm Indian too, and I deplore the ones who downplay. That's the part here. This is the thing that I'm saying here, where they downplayed the racism kind of thing. Okay, I'm Indian too, and I deplore the ones who downplay racism or worse, side with white supremacists. So many Indian Americans are conservative and racist themselves too. There it is. Yeah. So I see those things too, but I cannot generalize all of them. Okay, racism should not be downplayed in any shape or form anywhere you live, bottom line. Okay, so that's a good way of leaving that subject. Let's move on. Okay, next. Okay, Mick Wright. Let's see, what did he write here? Okay, this I remember, I put it on my community board. The Mail runs anecdote about the royal family destroying papers to conceal their behavior as a funny little jab. The Windsor Crimes family instinct to burn the evidence is another reason I support Republic staff. Yeah, I mean, it's been known. From their colonialism past and everything, they burn everything down so people don't know what they did. But if they know what they're doing is wrong, why are they keeping record of it? Why? My goodness. Someone within those circles should always try to keep a copy somewhere. Okay, let's read this. Prince Philip could be enjoying a celestial chuckle as royal historians fume over King Charles' decision to allow a non-historian, his trusted aide Paul Wybrew, to sift through the late Queen's private papers before they are transferred to Windsor's Royal Archive. All of them, every paper that the Queen did should go to the archive, not to be selective. Oh my God, because what is it? Isn't the taxpayers' money is supporting the lifestyle that they are living, right? So every single thing, you know, that they do at the end of their lives should be transferred to history, to the archive. If they don't want things like that to be like Harry, for instance, okay, so they should not take taxpayers' money. Then they could have this kind of selective kind of things, whatever they want to put on the archive. But they are living through the taxpayers' money, so that belongs to the people. Oh my look, phew. But nobody in the UK is screaming for that. Philip, and then I don't know. Philip ensures that no one could meddle with his legacy by forensically sorting his own papers. In his final 2 years, he had a box of documents delivered to Wood Farm Cottage on the St. James estate. He's not the first royal to control the narrative of his life. Princess Margaret destroyed 30 black bags of the Queen's mother's correspondence. My goodness, including all of her letters from Princess Diana. Wow, they really, really wanted to erase Diana. Well, wherever she's at, I hope God is taking care of each respective bodies or soul, shall I say, because the bodies were left behind, the soul of each of these people. My goodness. Okay, by forensically sorting out backs, okay, sort of repetition. In his final 2 years, he had backs over, okay, Wood Farm Cottage. He's not the first royal, 30 boxes. Okay, I'm going through this really quick. Okay, so this part is already on the first page. Okay, whatever YB decides should be retained, potentially including the late Queen's personal diaries, will become available to the historian chosen to write Harry and Meghan's official biography. Very interesting. And this is why Harry and Meghan needs to put their own out. But the Royal Archive has a room 101 where documents the family don't want anyone to see disappear. When William Shawcross was commissioned to write the Queen's mother's official story, the palace said he will be giving full access to her personal papers. A source said that no doubt he thought he was, but he wasn't. Yep, they're gonna try to rewrite history. Very interesting. Okay, this is someone I blocked. Who's that? Okay, I'm probably a bit behind with this, but Prince Philip lived in a St. James estate then and not with the Queen. Yes, he lived in a cottage there for some time. They were always quite semi-detached. Semi-detached, the queen. Yeah. What was it? Wasn't he enjoying his life with that woman? What's his name? Penny or something like that. There were them on enjoying motorcycle ride and carriage ride and all of that. So he was enjoying his life. Okay, point of order. Room 101 wasn't where things went to disappear. Those were memory holes. Okay, yes, room 101 was where the hours were. Okay, it's the kind of thing criminals will do. I'm just saying. Yep. Okay, either the family is a public institution, in which case nothing can be destroyed as per a law to the effect, and no one is above the law, or it's a private institution, in which case there's no ground for the role and plays as head of state. Time we choose one or the other. That's the thing. Whenever they want to be private, hey, they call it. Whenever they want to be public, they call it. Meanwhile, there's Harry, since he was a young man, saying, you know, his private life, whatever he does privately should remain private. But no.
Everyone has a right to their privacy, and you know, a lot of the members of the public get it. But sadly, in some areas, there is this sort of incessant need to find out every little bit of detail about what goes on behind the scenes. It's unnecessary. You know, I hope that people get to see me here in this Invictus role, you know, cracking on with the guys and mucking in and having a good time with them. And this is half my official role, but half my private role. This is what I enjoy doing. But the private life has to be private, and I hope people respect that.
They want to meddle everything that Harry does, whichever way they want. Okay, next week. That's why this story runs and runs. Each chapter just reveal more about the state of our media. Okay, so that's a retweet of this. Just staggering that 3 established media publications have now deleted their story about the Met Police investigation into Dan Wooten. This I also put on my community board. Okay, I'm gonna go into that as well. Let's read some of the comments and then move on. But why the Mirror and Guardian hardly right-wing press? It's very murky. Okay, I didn't say the politics of the media, but the state of it. Why have they pulled the story? What's spooked them? Do you know? Okay, legal threats from Dan Wooten's Rottweiler of the Wright, lawyers based on the Cliff Richard privacy ruling, but this doesn't stand up that way. And this kind of a slap bluster could come back and bite them. Huh. Let's see here. Okay, if the threat don't have legal merit, surely the Mirror and the Guardian will have their own legal team to advise to this effect, as well as the finances to fight it if needed. Okay, you will have thought, but the procedure for identifying subjects of investigation and the Met have changed, so maybe they missed that bit. Because they will have to say who told them those information. Okay, thanks for the reply, Peter. I have to look into this further. Thanks also for great work you and your team are doing. Okay, I don't know how it works in the UK, but in Australia they have to delete them to avoid falling foul of contempt law. Only if they are prejudicial to charges brought. It's obvious not in contempt of court to report that police are investigating, or that arrests are made or charges brought, and trials have absolutely privilege. But they can do that to what is it, Byline Investigate, the thing that they put out? How come he never respond to them? Okay, the report about investigation are gone. Oof. So what's up with the deleting them? Did they all get the same burn steer from the malicious source, or what? What's the story behind the delete story? Slap. Okay. What it stands for? It's a legal thing. It's a legal issue. Let's look for it. SLAP stands for, because I think a couple law cases have brought with the Johnny Depp thing in the US. Okay, strategic lawsuit against public participation. Okay, is an acronym for strategic lawsuit against public participation. The term was coined in the 1980s by 2 University of Denver professors group, Prang and Penelope Cannon, who co-author SLAP, getting sued for speaking out. Okay, so that's what it stands for. Okay, so let's go to the next tweet. So they're speaking out. So they're gonna have to come out and say who told them and all of that. So they just delete it. Okay, what is it like? Then Wooten, when it comes to privacy, all of these people, they want their privacy, but they will not leave certain people's name out of their mouth. You know, all of them, I mean all of them who interfere in the well-being of Harry and Meghan, they all must go through the pain in order for them to understand what Harry, especially Meghan, went through. Okay, next tweet. Okay, with the announcement of BBC royal correspondent Nicholas Witchell's retirement, a look back on his unforgettable reporting of Harry and Meghan's son Archie's birth. Okay, 45 seconds. Let's see.
We remember also, of course, that they are thinking of themselves, I think, rather as global ambassadors. There's talk of them perhaps spending time in Africa later this year. That's not confirmed. Now, one of their son, baby Sussex, no name for him so far, the first Anglo-American birth in the British royal family. Now, we know, of course, that, excuse me, this is the first Anglo-American birth in the British royal family, and it is certain, of course. I'm so sorry. Let me just once again.
Oh my God.
Hand back to you then. Thank you very much indeed, Nicholas.
Ooh, that racism speaks so loud, deep into these people. Okay, after 47 fantastic years, we will be bidding farewell to royal correspondent Nicholas Witchell, who will be retiring next year. Nick has reported from across the world and presented key BBC News shows. Thank you for your remarkable service. So he's retiring. Okay, so there's another one. What is that? Nicholas Witchell, one-man show playing the part of Lady Susan Hussey and Ngozi Fulani. And this exchange was another instant classic. Oh, so she's putting all of his reporting. Okay, remember this? This is William's godmother, who, when they were having some sort of an event going on at one of those palaces, and what's her name? Ngozi was there, and she did. William's godmother was asking her something like where she's from or something like that, and then she kept on telling her, you know, she's from here or something like that. So it became a huge thing. At that time, where was William? I think William was somewhere. Was it around the same time when he was doing his earth shot in Boston? I think it was around the same time. So that overshadowed his nonsense that he was doing in the US as well. Okay, 54 seconds. Let's see here. I never heard this version of this thing here.
Lady Susan Hussey, where are you from? Miss Fulani, sister space. No, where do you come from? We're based in Hackney. No, what part of Africa are you from?
Yeah.
I don't know. They didn't leave any records. Lady Hussey went on. No, but what nationality are you? I am born here and am British. No, but where do you really come from? Where do your people come from? My people, lady. What is this? Lady Hussey, oh, I can see I'm going to have a challenge getting you to say where you're from. When did you first come here? Miss Fulani, lady, I am a British national. My parents came here in the 50s. Oh, I knew we'd get there in the end. You're Caribbean. No, lady, I am of African heritage, Caribbean descent, and British nationality. Lady Susan Hussey, where are you from?
It's playing again. So that was the thing that went on. Okay, let's see here. A look back at King Charles wishing Nicholas Witchell a happy retirement a few decades earlier. Oh, he was supposed to be retired already. 14 seconds.
Prince Charles, how are you feeling?
I'm very glad you've heard of it anyway.
What?
I can't tell it.
Prince Charles, how are you feeling?
Wow, I remember this, but I didn't know it was saying about him. Nicholas Witchell's place in media history became a show in 1988 when the BBC 6 o'clock news was targeted by militant lesbian. What? The woman was proving difficult to drag off because she was handcuffed to the desk. What? which was coming with her as I pulled. They handcuff her to a desk and then they're pulling her. Oh my God. Okay, so this, I'll put it. I'm not gonna read it since I'm showing it here. It's an archive article, so I'll leave it for you if you wanna read it. That part only made me laugh. All right, so this is an archive version. You could I'll leave the link in the description. Awful man. We'll be happy to see the back of him. Is Kevin the name to call him? Royalists, many of them are toxic individuals with toxic discriminatory ideology. They make me sick. Okay, good riddance. He won't be missed. A new role in the palace, I presume. Okay, let's go to the next one. Oh my God, these people are crazy. They all are baggage for God. Next one. Okay, so this is the food bank thing here. First, I took screenshot of different, spots to show you all those people. I think I took 3. And then 2 of them were the comments. Okay, so this is the video now. Okay, so this was the UK is going through, but all the media and reporters are interested and is talking about Prince Harry and Meghan Markle 24/7. Who left that shithole years ago? Bunch of clown. Okay, 23 seconds. Wow. This is crazy. This is crazy. Okay, I'll insert the link. Either I'll insert it depending on when I'm editing, see how I feel. I'll put the video of how I sort of the short video in it to show you how I plug things together.
About Meghan. We've learnt that she is someone who is also very sincere in her advocacy for charities. Is that something that you were aware of when you were making the show?
I remember early on, I think it was season 1 or season 2, she realized when we were finished with the crew lunches or dinners that a lot of times they were throwing the food away. And she thought it was crazy. Why are we throwing food away when there are people that are hungry around and we could give it to them? She'd gone up the chain to try to get this food to be given away to people that were hungry. And I don't know how she did it, but the next thing you knew, we gave the food away to the hungry people.
So the same fruit. Avocado is a fruit.
It is, yeah.
This is how it was covered for her. This is how it was covered for her. If you don't see the difference and understand why it's being reported that way, then I can't help you. I can't. I'm sorry. I just can't.
Okay, haha, what's the cue about? Food bank? Yes, they will back home later talking about how Harry and Meghan are the problem. That's for sure. Okay, they are suffering. Third of young women and girls in UK can't access free period products. What, even there? 2022, that was last year. Third of young women and girls in UK can't access free period. Wow. Can you imagine if Meghan was there? If Meghan was there, how much she would have helped, but they kick her out of there. Okay, I'll leave the link there for you too as well, since I'm showing it here. That's the first time I'm coming across this. Let me see here. Okay, shish, this is simply unacceptable. UK is indeed a third world country and pretending to be relevant to the world stage. But the thing is that the people of power, people prominent, they just like sucking in all the, I don't know, the finances of the country, and then leave the people behind. And then the people, they blind the people with their nonsense, make up stories, nonsense. Look at the video I shared a couple minutes ago where that young lady, where they were talking about Indian descent, trying to pretend that racism doesn't exist or something like that. Okay, so they spewing all this, okay, when in fact these are the things they should be reporting. Okay, they're still talking about Harry and Meghan, who left like a couple years ago. Don't worry, as soon as William finished making peace in the Middle East and solving homelessness, I'm sure he'll fix the cost of living crisis. I think I have something here where talking about him coming to create a charity in the US. With all this nonsense that's going on in the UK, he should focus himself over there. Okay, starts from just one charity, Trussell Trust. Close to 3 million emergency food parcels were distributed by food banks in the Trussell Trust UK network in the past 12 months, the most parcels ever distributed by the network in a year. 1 million were to children. Wow. Let me bookmark this. This is not an archive. Okay, this is a long line for a food bank. Shame on the British royal family. British media, the world is watching your demise. Okay, is this for a food bank? If so, this is so sad. And they're paying a family to do nothing. What is the point of the royal family? That's the thing. There's a way, I think, to the politician. Okay, even though they're partying, they're laughing, they're dancing, they want to destroy the royal family too, to show the people, look, you're suffering, even though they're the one who's doing that. I don't know. The recycle system over there. The recycle system over there, but the people are not seeing it. And then, you know, like I said, some politicians, they just want the space, the power that the royal family, whatever power they hold, I don't know, the royal family has. Okay, so they self-destruct. But I hope the people in the UK see what's going on. Okay, is that a soup line? Okay, it's not even winter yet. Okay, so saving this, every time they talk about Harry and Meghan, we must all post this. UB2 and Wembley. Okay, I don't know anything about that. There's a lot of emoji. This is insane. And no one is reporting it. There's the thing. Why are they not covering the story? I guess they can't. For just one day, leave Harry and Meghan alone and report honestly what's going on in Britain. Alright, let's go to the next one. I think this one is about Dan Wootton. Okay, so there's this here. The Guardian, Mirror, various other rich sites and Newsquest, The National have all removed stories about legal warning made by a lawyer acting for Dan Wootton. Okay, Guardian and Mirror take down Dan Wootton's story after legal warning. That's from the previous one, where was it anti-slap law? Okay, what was said on the papers, everything I read was caveated with alleged. I don't understand how that can be illegal. Nothing that his attorney didn't already admit to. Okay, so let's see here. An archive of the Guardian article citing the police investigation into Dan Wootton. Okay, so this is what's good with the squad. They quickly archive it. Let's see here. This will be in the description for you, okay? Alright, so this is the article. Police investigating allegation Dan Wootton solicit explicit images. Okay, so that's almost the same thing as the byline thing. Okay, except now they're saying he's being investigated. The GB News presenter Dan Wootton is under investigation by police as a result of allegations that were made against him earlier this year, which you guys should know already if you watch my channel. I think there's a couple of those byline I didn't share with you. Either I missed it or something because of Invictus. Okay, Wootton has previously been accused of using pseudonym to solicit explicit images from former colleagues at The Sun over many years. The presenter has not directly denied the allegation but said he is the victim of a smear campaign by unknown forces who want to shut down his political views. In a statement on Monday night, the Metropolitan Police said, this is where, unless if they know exactly who said that. In June 2023, the Met Police was contacted with regard to allegation of sexual offenses committed by a man aged in his 40s. Okay. I'm thinking here. Officers assess all information available to establish whether any criminal offense has taken place. We can confirm that an investigation has now commenced into these allegations. Okay, so that's because of the byline thing. Alright, it's not that long. There's like 3 paragraphs left. You guys could read it. Okay, so let's go back to this. So she archived it. Okay, it's his lawyer literally admitting a criminal investigation is ongoing and the legal to byline for me. Okay, I think that's the second time they done that. Some legal strategy. Okay. Oh, I see. Now I understand. After reading that anti-SLAPP law, you know, to make things public, but yet his lawyer is sending things. Okay, his lawyer is sending letters to those people to say certain things, and then they cut. I see. Okay, it's hard for me to explain, but I understand. Even if they were to call them to court, it's almost like the O Vid thing when they tried to call him into the Harry and the Meghan's lawsuit, privacy lawsuit, where O Vid said no, he got his information from People magazine. Okay, and then the lawyer had to look into the judge had to look into in terms of time frame when the People magazine was published, and when O Vid published his book, okay, to see which one come first. So depend on who come first, and that's how the thing is. So okay, they're reporting on it, but pretty much the lawyer is giving away that they are being investigated. But I think what happened here with those papers, those newspapers, for putting it down, you know, to take the thing down, is because they don't want to deal with legal issues. It takes time to prove yourself and all of that, so they just take it down and done with it. But there's the squad who come, they archive it anyway. I mean, despite what I've said in the original recording, I think the main thing here, based on part of the article that I've read, is that they made reference to police, you know, what was it, that the police said something, okay, make reference to the Met Police, unless if the police investigation or whatever the, what is it, the article, who wrote it, I think Ben Quinn, unless if he's making reference to something the police said publicly. Okay, this is different. If it was said publicly about what was going on, okay, then everybody knows the Met Police is doing an investigation. But if it was one-on-one, he talked to the police or something like that, then that probably where the issue might be. For me, okay, as a non-lawyer, I'm not a lawyer, okay, I'm just saying, based on that small portion that I've read, if this is what had happened, and of course I do not live in the UK, so I do not know what was said on any television or radio, okay, so if the Met Police had come out and said something publicly where everybody heard it, that's different. But if the reporter was talking to the police one-on-one, that's where the problem might be. And he didn't give specific name of the police. He just said Met Police, and it could be any police. Then now, if they decided to sue the newspaper, then the newspaper might have to reveal which police said it. And then that would be another issue that goes on and on and on. That's my humble opinion. Other than that, there's a possibility what had happened to O Vid thing might be another thing. Okay? Again, speculation, my humble opinion. I'm not a lawyer, okay? I'm just saying. Okay, good save. At this rate, every article must be archived for receipt. Thank you, Warrior Soda. Yeah, definitely. Let me like this, retweet that, and then bookmark it. Okay, well, I live in the US. He can sue me over here. He will get a laugh out of court. All right, so let's go to the next tweet. This is the thing. They love to inflict pain onto people, but when it's there, they can't handle it. All right, so I put the audio of this video clip on the video that I did where the people were standing online to get food, the food bank. A toxic British media wants the world to believe Meghan is this vile woman. However, people that work closely and knew her personally before the royal family only has wonderful things to say about her. But the British media want us to believe she changed overnight. She's such a cool woman. There's a laugh behind it. Okay, it's 1 minute and 38 seconds. I use some of the voice of this guy who's explaining about, you know, the type of person Meghan is onto that video that I said I share with you on the short video.
About Meghan, we've learnt that she is someone who is also very sincere in her advocacy for charities. Is that something that you were aware of when you were making the show?
I remember early on, I think it was season 1 or season 2, she realized when we were finished with the crew lunches or dinners that a lot of times they were throwing the food away. And she thought it was crazy. Why are we throwing food away when there are people that are hungry around and we could give it to them? She'd gone up the chain to try to get this food to be given away to people that were hungry, and there was some sort of policy or insurance or some bureaucracy that was getting in the way. And Megan, this kind of sums up Megan. She sees a problem, there's some sort of impediment to it that doesn't really make sense. She decides this impediment is harming people that are hungry from getting food. And I don't know how she did it, but the next thing you knew, we gave the food away to the hungry people.
So, Megan, from experience, what do you want it to be?
She's an honest, truthful person. She's good-hearted. She will go out and help anybody at any time.
It's new, but it's good. Wonderful.
Oh my God, hi. What's your name? Amelka. Amelka? Oh, beautiful. Thank you. Thank you for being here. It means so much to the family. We appreciate it. Thank you. How long have you been waiting? Like 2 hours. Oh, goodness. Okay, well, hopefully you'll be able to get back home soon. We appreciate you being here. Hug me? Of course. Oh, my goodness. Thank you. You're so lovely. You're literally so beautiful.
That was during the walkabout when the Queen passed. My goodness, the tabloid put that woman through hell. Alright, so that's that. Let's go to the next tweet. Okay, so there's that. The British media, what's RE? Okay, are calling strong Prince Harry weak. Why? Because he was the only strong one that told them, still are telling them, F off. And they hate him for that. He then sold his life, his principal, his mother, his wife, Meghan Markle, his children, he sold to them. Okay, let's see here. Strongman Prince Harry. Yeah, what he's doing is very brave. Okay, blacked. He blacked all of these. The Daily Mirror, The Sun, Daily Express, Daily Fair. Yeah, he blacked all of them. Okay, so there's all of this. Alright. Invisible contract. Yeah, look at there's the Queen with Wathamer, whatever. There's William with Wathamer, Kate with Wathamer. Is it the Daily Mail owner or something like that? When I first come across his picture, what was it? The squad were making fun of his curly hair. There's something down the line that says, you know, you're not as white as you probably think you are. What was it? There was some stuff about his mother and all of that. So you never know. Alright, so there's all of this. Alright, let's see here. Oh, okay, it's not that much. British media. Okay, British media. So she's making what these things are. I wasn't sure what RE stand for. Royal expert. Okay, he took them to court, laughing my ass off. Okay, Harry is weak. Agreed. What has the strong one done? Which of his charities are thriving? His family running to US to pretend that he's working. Weak Harry and Victor's well child, devoted husband to one woman. If it's weakness, sign me on. They can handle that. Prince Harry blacked them for access, so they run with whatever crap they want. Go Harry. That's exactly that. The other brother quickly sold the mother out. It is sad. Next tweet. Okay, if William and Kate want to spend more time doing charity work in the US, fine. Give the UK taxpayers back their money then and stay out of Commonwealth countries. Okay, so what are these now? There are nearly 40,000 warm banks across the country. Helping address a crisis too severe that countless households will be forced to choose today between heating and eating. When was that? March 6, 2023. Okay, warm banks in UK welcome people struggling with surging heating bills. This is sad. This is sad. And I keep on bringing these things up. Okay, food banks are not the answer. Charities search for a new way to help. I mean, the kind of laws they're putting. Give people a decent paying job. The same thing with the US too. So this is the thing here. They're putting people in need. Okay? You need. And then what do you need the royal family for? For charity work, right? Otherwise, they will not be in existence, right? You give them millions and then that's what they're there for.
So you're affiliated, as many in your family are, with many, many charities. You're patrons of certain organizations. I read that you have about 15 charities that you're affiliated with. Your brother and sister-in-law have about 35, but that's less than some other members of your family, right? You all are doing it a little bit differently.
Yeah.
So how do you focus?
So,
And tell us, that by contrast, how many charities might other royals be affiliated with in different generations?
Hundreds.
But meanwhile, they purposely putting people in the situation where they need food, they need this, they need that. But when the royal family goes and do something or to highlight something, they come empty-handed.
I'm sorry we can only come and give words and comfort, but we are thinking about you the whole time and we really care about what's going on. So
sometimes it's that's more than financial.
Well, if we can give you the odd smile here and there, that's important. So, you know.
They need food, they need this, they need that. But when the royal family goes and do something or to highlight something, they come empty-handed.
I think so. We have a great group. They're very generous, aren't they? Mine's just learning. How to do. Good luck with that.
Okay, I don't know what else to say. I really don't know what else to say. I've been repeating these things over and over again, and it's getting worse. And it's up to the UK. It's up to the UK. They purposely, you see, this is the recycle thing. The government is putting people into poverty. And then here come the institution pretending they're here for charity. They're coming to lift you up to do this. But are they really doing that? Not really. But this is the idea that they put in your head. This is what they're here for, to help you, to, you know, to do charitable work. Meanwhile, the government is putting you into poverty, and then the government, the royal family pretending they're helping you, and then you have the tabloid distracting you from everything. Okay, so this is like a tag team that's going on, and all three, the government, the royal family, the tabloid, they all benefit out of your misery. Okay, so that's it. In 2010, okay, this was dated June 29, 2023. All right, so they're making reference back in 2010. Okay, in 2010, there were 50 Trussell Trust food banks in the UK. 2 years later, there were 200. Currently, there are about, it's growing. It's one of those things that I believe I said once, where they're taking resources out of you, and then when they want you to do something for them, and then they're handing you a little bit at a time. Okay, do things for them by, you know, giving you a small little thing here and there. Reveal record number of households in the UK depending on food banks, I guess. February 18, 2023. The Trussell Trust, which with more than 1,300 food banks is the UK's biggest provider, expects this winter will, and it continues. This is sad. You could search for these titles. You might find the articles. Okay, why don't they concentrate on charity to the Commonwealth countries? They're also obsessed with how their Willis and KKK come to America thinking they could buy us with their titles. What is this now? We need houses and education, not photo opportunities. Not everyone is happy about the royal visit to Cardiff. There is a protester who says we need houses, health, and education, not photo opportunity. Wow. There's all this. Private water companies in the UK are dumping untreated sewage into the country's waterway surrounding seawaters, putting swimmers at risk. I mean, look at that. That's just disgusting. But don't they see the color of the thing? Don't they see the color of the thing? Why are they going in it? Oh my God. Putting swimmers at risk and prompting criminal investigation. In not fit for purpose, sewage system put UK swimmers at risk. Oh my God. So why was Prince William in New York worrying about oysters in the Hudson? He should be more worried about the water at home in the UK. This is sad. I don't know. He's not thinking. They're making him do all this nonsense without thinking. They're propping him up saying, oh, this is all this is all good. And then That's just nasty. Okay, the Wall Foundation has been trademarked in the US since 2009. It was originally just William and Harry. Then Kate was added with a name change. The intent was to add Meghan. One thing led to another. Harry was dropped, and the most recent change was from Cambridge to Wales. Oh, I didn't know about this. Okay. I understand that the Wall Foundation, which is something Harry created. Okay, he said that in his book. Even though in several interviews they asked him, he didn't say who did it. He either said he doesn't remember or he just ignored the question. But in Spare, he said it was his idea. Okay, LOL, so they can come to food banks in the US and bring nothing too. Okay, I thought they were overshadowing by Harry and Meghan, so the competition is still going. I mean, Harry literally left the whole entire country. He wanted the spotlight. William and Kate, that is, not Harry and Meghan. You complaining about everything that Harry and Meghan does, they're taking the spotlight. So Harry left and gave you the entire UK all to yourself. But here you are chasing him in the US because he's doing his thing globally, but you're chasing his ass. My goodness. There's no competition with Harry. Harry's doing his thing. And Meghan. I thought they were overshadowed by Harry and Meghan, so the competition is still going. Shame on royal family, and coming to US won't make us like them or look like a statesman. Go back to your country. Okay, so there's one comment. Let's see here. Who said the same to Joe Biden and Donald J. Trump? What did Joe Biden did? Trump is the one who's hating America. This guy is insane. Is insane. Okay, LOL, they are... Okay, I just read this. Okay, it's not fine. We don't want them here. They can go pester people on their own turf where they should be and leave us alone. Okay, Skull and Bone don't know how to do anything right. Nothing at all. Not one thing. No strategy, no heart, no passion, no warmth, no dedication, no discipline, no direction, no identity. Exactly. All right, let's go to the next one. These people are making him do, they're advising him the wrong way. Like I said, oh, this is the thing. Remember at the beginning I said I think I put something twice, so that was this one. All right, so yeah, people are laughing. Yeah, I did that already. So maybe now that I see this, I'll put this in the description for you as well. Okay, I skipped it in the first time, so I'll put it for you. Oh, is it? Yeah, it's there. Okay, end of year stat. Okay, you could read these yourself. There's a lot of numbers. All right, so let's go to the next one. All right, now we are into US politics. I have 4 more left. Okay, hopefully none of them is repetition. Okay, so remember this past weekend the UK tabloid was saying that the governor of California was gonna appoint Meghan as the senator and stuff like that. Okay, so this is the person that the governor of California appointed. Okay, it's official. Welcome, Senator Butler. So this is the thing here. 1 minute and 19 seconds. I believe.
Please raise your right hand.
Okay. Obviously, this is Senator Schumer from New York, and I was reading some of the comments. I believe this is her brother. Okay, so let's. And this is Vice President Camilla, who's reading her rights and she defend the Constitution, which read by every person who is running for office and stuff like that, who win their position. All right, so let's listen.
Repeat after me. Say, do you solemnly swear that you will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic? That you will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, that you take this obligation freely, without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion, and that you will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office upon which you are about to enter, so help you God.
I will. I will not be surprised in a couple upcoming months, or maybe in a couple years, depend on how far the investigation keeps on going with Merrick Garland and Jack Smith. There's a possibility many of the senators who took this same oath that was just recited here.
Do you solemnly swear that you will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic? that you will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, that you take this obligation freely, without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion, and that you will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office upon which you are about to enter, so help you God.
I will. Might come into play with some of the senators who are sabotaging the country. Okay, keep that in mind. And I've said this back in 2021, a little bit after when President Biden took an oath of office. Okay, go to PYTE around that time, January 6th and all of that. See what I've said there, because some of them are coming into play. So I won't be surprised where some current member senators right now, as of October 4th, 2023, in the upcoming months, if the investigation continue with Jack Smith and Merrick Garland and other states who actually doing their job, I won't be surprised if there are some senators who might be indicted for violating their oath. Okay, their oath of office, once they get to the bottom of what Trump has done. Okay, so yeah, let's get back to the original recording.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
All right. So she's the Emily. Oh, she's signing her name here. She's the Emily List person who's been fighting. Okay, let's look into Emily's List. Okay, let's go. There's the anti-SLAPP law. Okay, so there it is here. Okay. Okay, this is what Emily's List is all about. Emily's List is an American political action committee that aimed to help elect Democratic female candidates in favor of abortion rights to office. It was founded by Ellen Malcolm in 1985. The group name is acronym for Early Money is like yes. Malcolm comment that it makes the dough rise. Okay, you could look into it in Wikipedia. Who is, let's see if they're gonna put, who is Emily List, is it president, I should say? I'm looking for the name, whoever, yeah, there it is. So I got it, president. LaPonza Butler is the third president of Emily's List. So that's her who the governor have appointed as the senator for California. Okay, LaPonza Butler, that's her. And that video, that's her. Okay, so yeah, let's leave that alone and move on. If you see what's on the screen, that's good, because I think I am an hour already. So I have a couple more. U.S. politics. This one is 38 seconds. Okay, Kevin McCarthy has been removed as House Speaker. The moment hit harder than I anticipated. You could hear a pin drop in the chamber. Wow. Okay, so let's listen to this.
On this vote, the yeas are 216. The nays are 210. The resolution is adopted. Without objection, the motion to reconsider is laid on the table. The office of Speaker of the House of the United States House of Representatives is hereby declared vacant.
Okay, so there's no speaker. A speaker is the third in line to the presidency, so there is none. Okay, right now. This was a historical moment in the U.S.
On this vote.
Okay, so it's playing over. So the same day you have the what's her name? LaPonza, what's her name here? LaPonza Butler became as a senator. And on that day also, where we have a vacancy for the House Speaker on the same day. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. Okay, so Wikipedia have upgraded Kevin McCarthy's profile. Okay, they already update Kevin McCarthy's Wikipedia. Bye-bye, Kevin. Remember, you can't capitulate or negotiate with terrorists. That is House Republican. Okay, this article is about the former Speaker. Oh on the same day. They didn't waste no time. This article is about the former Speaker of the U.S. House Representative for the California State Assembly member, C. Kevin McCarthy, for other people of the same name, C. Kevin McCarthy. Kevin Owen McCarthy, born January 26, 1965. Wait a second. Who did I just look that was in January as well? Nikki Haley, I think, is in January as well, but different year. Let's see. Oh my God, the puzzles that goes in my head. I think that was the last one that was in there. Where is it? Emily Listener, not that. Strategic. Yeah, Nikki Haley. Yep, January 20. Yep, I was right. It was January as well. Different year. January 20th, 1972. And McCarthy is January 26. Okay. Is an American politician who served as the 55th Speaker of the United States House Representative from January to October 23. Same year. A member of the Republican Party. He currently represents California's 20th Congressional District. McCarthy was ousted as Speaker on October 3rd, 2023, following a successful motion to vacate. I wonder who are they gonna put? Because I hope the Democrats stick together and some of the Republican join the Democrats. Okay, so that was it. I'm not even gonna read the comments. Next tweet. Okay. I also put this in a video too. I don't think I made it public. It's gonna be public tomorrow. So there's this here. I'm telling you, the internet is something. Okay, hey, Speaker Kevin McCarthy. All right, it's a 40-second video.
I just have one thing to say. Hang on here.
So YouTube might block the video, so I'm just gonna let it play without the music. It's just saying you're about to lose your job, that's all. Okay, good one. Bye, Kevin. Yeah, it's very sad though to see this is the state of the country. Next tweet. I'm more afraid of who the hell they're gonna put replace him, and this is why I'm saying I hope the Democrats and some of the Republicans stick with principle, because I have a feeling they probably gonna want the Republican probably gonna want Trump to be that speaker. You don't have to be elected. Okay, because Trump is in big trouble. He's in big trouble. He wants excuses after excuses for not going to take care of his business because they got him cornered. Next tweet. Okay, when a man says that, you know that nothing, absolutely nothing will make him back down. The British media can write what they like, but the soldier has spoken. Prince Harry, Duke of Sussex, not afraid. UK Garde Press. Okay, this one, oh, it's only 5 seconds. Okay, so what he said, our forefather get destroyed and the press then play along with this game, or okay, or this business of trading. Is it finished? There's a music, so I'm not gonna play it. H, there's that. All right, so I thought it was a part where he read it out and spare. All right, so that's it. Let's do a prayer. Prayer for, why is the word participation? Okay, let's put that, because that's the first word that popped up in my head. Okay, so I'm gonna write it. Prayer for participation. Okay, and fellow men, the Apostle Paul prayed a prayer for participation. Quote, I pray that your participation in the faith may become effective through knowing every good thing that is in us for the glory of Christ. Okay, so let's leave it alone. Okay, that's it. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. All right, so that is it. And there, check the description. There's a lot of all of these articles. All right, all of these. If you want to read them, will be in the description. Okay, I'll put the link of all of these for you. Okay, so this is our archive. The squad are quick. They took some of them down. I think it was this one. Is it? No, not that one. Yeah, that one. They took that down, but the squad already archived it. All right, so that's it. Thank you for your support.